lost their lives doing their jobs. Tonight, we'll show you how North Idaho is remembering the victims of the Canfield Mountain ambush.
As the month of April starts to wind down, our temperatures only look to go up for the next few days. What I'm tracking tonight.
And the Zags landed a new big-time commit out of the transfer portal. How he could impact the team next year as we track transfer news for all our local teams. That's coming up on your Night Report. Good evening. Thank you for joining us for the Night Report here on KREM 2 News. I'm Sydney Schofield. Topping our news tonight, it looks like two school measures on tonight's special election ballot in Spokane County are both failing. In the East Valley School District, Proposition number 1 is not passing. More than 6,500 votes have been cast so far. The majority, though, are no votes. If it had passed, voters would have approved a $220 million bond to replace both the high school and the middle school. It's the second time that this bond has failed just this year. East Valley voters actually haven't passed a bond in 30 years. And a levy in the 9 Mile Falls School District also appears to be failing tonight. If it had passed with a simple majority, the money would have gone towards things like teachers' salaries, extracurricular activities, and maintenance and repairs in the district. Today is Workers' Memorial Day, a time set aside to honor those who lost their lives while doing their jobs. KREM 2's Connor McAvoy shows us how people in North Idaho are remembering workers who died over the past year, including the firefighters killed in the Canfield Mountain ambush.
At Coeur d'Alene City Park on Tuesday night, somber music filled the air as the North Idaho Central Labor Council held a Workers' Memorial Day ceremony to honor the lives of Idaho workers killed while on the job in the past year.
It's incredibly important from the fact that it's our neighbors. We all work with each other.
Michael Keefe with Iron Workers Local 14 says the event honors people in Idaho who dedicated themselves to their work and were taken too soon from accidents or ailments they got while doing the job.
16-year-old Tanner Neely was crushed in a farm tractor rollover near Lewiston.
David Kearns with OSHA in Idaho read off each name of the 19 people who died from deaths relating to their work. Two of those names are Battalion Chiefs John Morrison Jr. and Frank Harwood, who were murdered in a targeted ambush on Canfield Mountain in June of 2025. Organizers then rang a ceremonial bell 19 times for each lost life.
The pain often reaches well beyond the immediate family, affecting extended relatives, families, friends, schools, workplaces, and quite clearly, communities as a whole.
As fellow workers and their families gather to honor the lives taken too soon, Keith hopes more work gets done to prevent work-related deaths in Idaho in the future.
To bring awareness to the nature of work in general and all the risks that we take on a daily basis.
Connor McAvoy, KREM 2 News.
And here in Washington, Governor Bob Ferguson was one of many officials paying tribute to fallen workers. The State Department of Labor and Industries held its ceremony in Tumwater this afternoon, honoring the 115 people who lost their lives in Washington in just the last year. And this week is Light the Night in Red Week, honoring fallen firefighters all over the nation. In North Idaho this year, it hits especially close to home. As we take a look at Coeur d'Alene tonight, you can kind of see here the red lights glowing to honor John Morrison Jr. and Frank Harwood, the local heroes who lost their lives in the ambush on Canfield Mountain.
Fighters. I think really all you can say is thank you. They gave the ultimate, they gave everything, and it's a hard job. It's not always a most appreciated job, and we just want to say thank you.
A fire official said the red lights are a small gesture that speaks to the big impact that both John and Frank had on the North Idaho community. Tonight, one man is dead and a Stevens County deputy is recovering after a standoff early this morning. The sheriff's office says they got a call around 2:30 this morning. The caller said they saw someone breaking into their house on security cameras. When deputies got there, they say a person shot at them as soon as they tried to enter the home. One deputy was shot in the upper chest and shoulder. Backup arrived, and deputies say that they briefly communicated with the suspect. After losing contact, they sent a drone inside where they say they discovered the suspect dead from a suspected gunshot wound. This incident remains under investigation tonight. Okay, let's take a break from the headlines and head to our outdoor weather center where meteorologist Cody Proctor is standing by. Cody, I know you were caught into some pretty heavy rain earlier. How's it looking out there now?
Sydney, this is the driest it's been since I've been out here in the Outdoor Weather Center pretty much all evening. Every time I've come out here, there's either been sprinkles or there's been a heavy downpour. So I'm enjoying it right now, but it is a little cool at the moment as we take a look over downtown Spokane. We're at 52 degrees at the moment. The winds are calm right now, and around our area, our temperatures are mostly into those 50s. So Sandpoint has now cooled down into the mid-40s as of tonight. We did see some scattered showers, and that caused some issues throughout parts of our area. This was a photo sent in by Cheryl over in Athol, where they dealt with some heavy rainfall today. According to her, their rain gauge in less than an hour had about 3/4 of an inch of rain in a short period of time. And you can see we saw those scattered showers as they moved through this afternoon. This was within the last 6 hours. As we zoom in closer, you can see one place that was seeing some heavy rainfall was particularly around Sandpoint, heading towards Athol and Spirit Lake. They even picked up some lightning strikes. At one point, we had a flood advisory that was short-lived. Heading into tomorrow, we're looking to see a quieter start. Temperatures start in the low 40s. The next 3 days, we're looking at our temperatures warming up for us. I'll have more coming up in your full forecast, maybe a peek at Bloomsday.
Tony, thank you. Today we learned the names of the 3 teenagers who died in a car crash in Othello over the weekend. Their names are Yuritsi Flores Romero, Melissa Romero Espinoza, and Jacquelina Cruz. The Othello School District confirmed these teenagers were students at Othello High School. The school shared on Facebook that they will provide counseling and mental health support for both students and staff. The Adams County Sheriff's Office says 19-year-old Presiliano Perez Pineda allegedly was driving fast and hit the car with those 3 teens inside and then allegedly drove away. Police arrested him on vehicular homicide charges. He also faces a domestic violence charge because of his previous relationship with one of the victims. We have an update tonight on the police presence near West Thorpe Road and Westwood Lane last night. Spokane police say 2 people were stabbed after a fight. Police say they found one man at the scene with non-life-threatening injuries, and another man showed up at a nearby hospital with similar injuries. They say one of them used pepper spray, both pulled out knives. One suspect now faces a second-degree assault charge. Convicted killer R.B. Williams will remain in prison for now after he refused to appear at another parole hearing today to determine whether he'll be released. Williams was convicted of sexually assaulting and murdering 15-year-old Linda Straight in Spokane back in 1982. This is after being convicted of sexually assaulting 2 8-year-old girls. Williams says he does not plan to attend any future parole hearings and believes he should remain in custody. But still, the board has 30 days to determine whether he'll be released after today's hearing. Straight's family told us today, of course, they hope he remains behind bars. We'll keep you updated as we learn more. This morning, more than 90 veterans gathered at the Spokane airport ahead of this year's honor flight. Today, the group flew to Washington, D.C. to see the memorials and statues built in their honor. Before they took off, some of the veterans told us they look forward to spending time with family and fellow veterans.
And for one reason, this is the first time in years that these brothers have all got together. It's usually something comes up, can't miss, and it's exciting, and I'm really looking forward to these next 2 days.
What does it mean to have people celebrating you like this today?
Makes you feel special.
The honor flight returns tomorrow at 7:30 p.m. Everyone is invited to welcome those veterans home at the Spokane airport. We've got more information on our website, KREM.com. We do have some breaking news out of the college basketball transfer portal as a major portal target is headed to Spokane. KREM 2 Sports Director Andrew Quinn joins us now to introduce us to the newest Gonzaga Bulldog. Hey, Andrew.
Yeah, good evening, Sydney. There had been a lot of whispers about Gonzaga being a little bit quiet in the transfer portal as the Zags had only landed Houston transfer wing Isaiah Harwell out of the portal. Well, that changed tonight in a big way. Arizona State highly coveted transfer center Masamba Diop has committed to Gonzaga. The 7-1 star big man averaged 13.6 points per game last season in Tempe and is a projected lottery pick in the 2027 NBA draft. Should Braden Huff return fully healthy in the fall, Gonzaga without a doubt will feature one of the scariest front courts in the nation. Diop is a native of Senegal and has a previous relationship with former Zag big man Ismaila Diani. The Zags beat out St. John's and Rick Pitino for Diop's services. This is obviously a massive get for GU and gives the Zags a formidable starting 5 heading into next season. Sydney.
Andrew, thank you. We'll check back in with you soon. Hey, stay with us tonight. Still ahead, we sat down with the creator of Bloomsday ahead of the 50th running, what he had to say about the Spokane tradition. And Washington is suing for access to an ice facility on the west side. Everything we know about this coming up after the break.
you come in here overwhelmed and just sad already over the day, and then someone so bright is just like, hi, how are you doing? Is there anything you need today? What can I help you with? It's like, do you need diapers? Do you want to come into our room and look and see if there's anything you need? Do you want to go play? Like, it's very helpful.